destroyed accordingly.
So Eazy got done going live, man. You know, addressing the whole TBL controversy. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, I can't disagree with a damn thing he was saying. Of how he was looking at it and why he made his decision. It made sense to people beforehand, but when he spoke on it, it was really like, I cannot disagree with what he's saying. It made sense to me. TBL got their card Exodus going down, and we knew the main event was going to be Eazy versus Twerk. We found that out back at the Holla and Moot card. It was literally the introduction to the Exodus card. And honestly, the only way it probably ever was going to happen is if TBL put it on. Cards start getting announced, fam. And it was like, wait a minute, Eazy, Hustle, and possibly Remy all in the same building? At the same event? At the same time? In the same city? Oh, no. TBL, they make that announcement, poof, just as quick as them joints was announced, them joints was taken down and replaced. Eazy confirming that, yeah, it was him that made the call, or him and Remy, or him or Remy, which after that, Hustle J2, they go crazy on social media, boy. Hustle, she start throwing shade at Remy, saying all type of stuff, like basically saying this wasn't the first time Remy had talked to someone behind her back to mess with her business affairs. She said, I know about the conversation with Jim Jones. J2, he got heat for this, who already, he known for saying some wild stuff, bro. If you remember what he had said, what he wanted to do to Eazy's man Skull, oh man, I wouldn't, listen, I wouldn't repeat it if I had the tweet in front of me. I wouldn't even read that thing again, you understand? He got straight up ruthless. But he mentioned Eazy's moms that passed away. And I ain't rocking with that. I ain't feeling that. I might not agree with everything Eazy do, but I'll never sit here and condone somebody talking about a deceased mother. You know, like that's how Coffee and Official situation got to where it was at. We just now stop talking about that. You know, he did apologize on Twitter and on Hip Hop Is Real on his end to the fans, though. To his fans, to be exact, not Eazy. So basically, he ain't really apologized. One side, you got folks saying, if I was Eazy, I would have done the exact same thing. And on the other side, you got folks saying, you're messing with folks' money. And I ain't sticking up or siding with Eazy. If I was in that position and I felt like it could go there with somebody and I'm just coming to get my bag, you know, you don't want a distraction. You coming in with your loved ones, your family, you know there's a chance. You know how heated it's been with you and these people, and you know where it could possibly go. Nobody was thinking anything about Official and Coffee getting into it, and look how fast that happened. This time, we actually got an understanding of what could happen. So I understand where Eazy is coming from. Mind you, the narrative been for a minute that Hustle might have been the one to inform Papoose about what was really going on with Remy and Eazy, which means she might have been the reason for the two clean joints. And yeah, you know, some folks got on TBL because they felt like they was giving in to the politics. But I mean, did they? Did they really, though? Because let's break it down. Hustle and Remy, we aware where that could go. A chance she's going to be with Eazy. You might as well say she's just going to be there. You know, Eazy basically said it out his own mouth. We definitely know now that it's whatever. You understand? Me in New York, too, they're saying that J2, because of his sexuality, that he gets a pass on crossing certain lines and saying certain things, and nobody really addresses him the way other battle rappers would have been addressed because they don't want to get canceled. They don't want to get the folks on their head about it. Listen, I mean, what y'all think? Does J2 get passes? Do you feel like the only reason he does the things he does is because he doesn't really get addressed the way any other battle rapper would have gotten addressed? They're talking about folks' mom stuff. You know, he deleted it. He basically stood on it, though, because he didn't apologize to Eazy. You don't expect him to apologize to Eazy, but even Hurricane Dude shouldn't go for no stuff like that. You know, I know they homies and everything. Like, that's literally what caused the last fiasco, fam. The official and coffee situation popped off over the same thing. TBL looking like, listen, we ain't taking no chances. A lawsuit could have happened behind that situation. They said they had to give Coffee officials back in because she fell off that damn stage. It could have got dark. It was looking like it could have gotten dark for this event too. So that's enough for them to say, you know what, Eazy, say no more. Say no more. When you got the literal card seller, Twerk versus Eazy, in jeopardy, Eazy telling them, look, I ain't rocking, we ain't, it's either them or me. You know what I mean? They don't have much of a choice. You know, at this point, what was they really to do, G? The money they done put into the battle alone? You hear Eazy talking about it. You done got a nice little bag. They already done put out so much money for this. That's the battle that they're counting on to help bring back their return. They need that battle to go through. Can't say TBL was wrong. It was strictly a business decision on their part. But you know, this culture has bandwagons, got their little groups of people who kiss ass and all. They be up in the spaces agreeing with each other and all. Some people legitimately do feel Eazy, was wrong for making that call. I can't say that. I cannot say that at all. At first, I was like, damn. Because, Eazy does have a past. He does have a history of playing that he who laughs the loudest game, fam. If you remember, Zan, Taz, C, Bree, Tex, Say, Go, he had issues with them folks. He took their battles down. And he stood on it after that. We ain't, poor Tex, Say, Go, we ain't seen that bull since, fam. Eazy could be an asshole when he want to be. I really felt like he had genuine reason this time. He laid it all out there why he chose to make that decision. When you're in the position as a main event player, a top tier, that's just what comes with it. I feel Eazy and Remy's side because you know damn well Remy one of the main driving forces of this decision. It ain't got nothing to do with being a punk. It's like I just want to get my money and get my ass home. Of course I respect that. Same token, I can understand why J2 and Hustle was tripping like they was. Not saying I condone what J2 said about that man's moms. You'll never hear me say I agree with that. I understand when Hustle's saying I'm messing with how I feed my kid. Maybe they felt like they would be able to coexist. But Eazy was like, I ain't taking the chance. I can't blame him for that. I see some folks saying that it's karma, right? I'm going to leave that there, but we know Hustle's past, man. Sometimes things you do, things you say to people, and this applies to J2 too. It come back. It's so strange how that play out like that, right? Hustle, Remy, Eazy having that issue, J2 having an issue with Eazy and his mans. And then when it's time for one of J2's biggest looks on the same card, that Eazy versus Twerk, and Eazy, the same person you say you cannot stand because you cool with his ex. And that's the same nigga who was able to pull the strings on one of your biggest looks. Ain't that some shit right there, fam? Crazy. How that worked out is nutty. Hustle, she was just like, I helped build this culture. I'm not just about to blackball me. Like, I will be in attendance. That's what she said. She said she's going to be there regardless. Will TBL even allow that much? Sure, they understand it and they see what's going on. Also, in a roundabout way, is making it known she has other intentions and motives other than just enjoying the battles, enjoying the festivities. We got deceased parents being mentioned. The same reason for why TBL almost got shut down the last time. So when they realized that, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer, fam. As businessmen, as a league, as a brand, you're supposed to do everything in your power to avoid those situations. And people are telling you, listen, this might happen if you let this happen. You know damn well they got to make the right decision for them. Come on. So I don't see why folks got mad at TBL. When playing their role and helping keep the culture popping, keeping the culture interesting. Shout out to them for that. So they ain't trying to let nothing interfere with what they doing, what they got going on. And us as fans, we shouldn't want it either. That's the facts of the matter. Fam, it's literally like watching the news, hearing a tornado is going to be in Texas, and you still fly your ass out there. That's what that basically would have been if they wouldn't have made that decision. I would agree with a lot of things I done seen Eazy do and say, but this one right here ain't one of them. But y'all let me know, fam. Comments, thoughts, opinions, realest one. Mr.